Today we'll be learning about Vincent van Gogh and his wonderful and famous paintings.
Hey grade 2s! I'm so excited that I get to teach you guys about art today. I miss you guys all so much, and I really wish that the times were different and that I could come visit you in your classroom at Thornwood, but at least I can visit you on your Google Classroom, which I'm so excited about. Let's thank Mrs. DeCastro for letting me be a part of this. I'm so excited to teach you about a wonderful artist. His name is Vincent van Gogh. So I compiled 10 interesting facts or fun facts about Van Gogh that I wanted to share with you guys. So Vincent van Gogh is from the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a small country in Europe. Number 2, he started off painting a lot of people and still lives and a lot of self-portraits. And number 3, he wrote a lot of letters to his brother Theo. Number 4, he started drawing when he was a child. So he was probably around the same age as you guys when he started drawing. So don't give up, because you never know which one of you is going to be the next famous artist in Canada. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, number 5, his paintings were not famous when he was alive. He had maybe one painting that was famous when he was alive. All of his other paintings became famous afterwards when he had passed away. Number 6, his work began to look familiar to other Impressionist artists. So I know you guys have been learning about Monet, so his work was from the same time period as Monet's work. Number 7, one of his famous paintings has sunflowers in it. Number 8, another famous painting he has is called The Starry Night, which we'll be learning more about today. And number 10, Van Gogh is my favorite artist.
Before we begin demonstrating how to recreate Van Gogh's famous brushstrokes, I just wanted you to take a closer look at The Starry Night, which is the painting that we'll be using. When I'm discussing the brushstrokes that I've used in my pencil crayon drawing and the watercolor paint drawing, I'm using the top left corner of the painting, okay?
Okay, so in the next part of the video, I'm going to teach you guys how to create or recreate parts of Van Gogh's painting. You can use pencil crayons, we can use watercolors, you could use crayons, any type of paint you have at home. You can also use plasticine or just pencils, but if you're using just pencils, you might not get the same look that you're looking for. You could use colored pens if your parents have any. Anything like that, but we're going to look at recreating Van Gogh's painting, The Starry Night, which I've included in the slide before this, a few close-ups and also the painting, the original painting, okay? So let's carry on. Okay, so before you begin using your pencil crayon or your watercolor paint, or whatever else that you have at home, you might want to draw out the design before you begin, just so you have something to go with. It doesn't have to be perfect. Right now, this is just a little corner of the Starry Night painting, and what we will do is you can either just do a little part on your own, or you could do the whole thing, but a little part might seem a little less intimidating. Okay, so I'm quickly going to show you how to do a quick little outline. The part of the painting that I chose was the top left corner of the Starry Night, but you can choose the whole thing or whatever you'd like. And so I'm just drawing the little tree bush part of the painting, and then there's lots of little stars. So I'm drawing the same part that I drew in the pencil crayon section. And then in the painting, you'll notice that there's a little wave, and I would think that would be wind if we were looking at it in the sense of the elements. It would definitely represent wind in the painting. Okay, so that is just quick and easy, simple way of outlining before you begin coloring. Okay, so we're going to begin with pencil crayon. So if you're using pencil crayon, you want to make sure you're not coloring like you usually do. You want to be using Van Gogh's technique of little tiny, if it was brush strokes, but right now we're going to do little tiny dashes to represent the brush strokes if you're using pencil crayon. Okay, so you just continue all the way through the section you're working on, and you go right over your pencil. Your pencil won't show through the pencil crayon later on, so it's totally okay just to leave your pencil how it is. Okay, So you want to continue doing it until the whole piece is done. So this part's got a little orange dashes all the way around here. Continued with yellow. So you can also feel free to use the same colors in the painting, or you can do your own rendition of it and use whatever colors you would like, okay? So I'm gonna keep going with this and I'm gonna keep filming, but I'm gonna do it on a time lapse, which makes the video go really fast.
While you watch the time lapse, keep in mind that each little stroke is happening one by one, and I'm not coloring like we would usually color with single long strokes. All these strokes are little teeny tiny dashes. So the time lapse is almost done. As you can see, the painting is becoming more visible even though we're using pencil crayons, and you can see that I'm layering the colors over top of each other.
So I'm gonna start again with the tree or bush, whatever we would like to think of it as, and I'm gonna do brush strokes only. So just like Van Gogh, little ticks are the brush strokes. Usually when you're using watercolor, you want to start with the lighter colors, but you can really do it however you like. Just remember that you cannot put a light color over top of a dark color when you're done painting that, okay? So try to start with light colors if you can. If not, just remember light colors really won't show up on top of the dark colors, okay? So because the section is mostly black, I'm just going to keep going along with the ticks here. You can call them ticks or brush strokes, whatever you would like. And make sure you have Van Gogh's Starry Night in front of you, either on your iPad or your Chromebook or your computer, and so that you're able to reference the painting the whole time, so you can get it as close to the original as possible.
So now I've switched over into a time-lapse video so you can watch me really quickly creating the watercolor Van Gogh inspired painting. I encourage you to create your brush strokes as abstract as possible or as simple as you can. Either way, it'll end up being a beautiful masterpiece that you're creating. Okay, so here we have the two final pieces of the pencil crayon and the watercolor. You could definitely also use crayons or even plasticine. So the plasticine, you could get little pieces and smush them down on the paper. So these are the two examples I've made for you guys, and I'll post these as well. So don't worry about pausing your screen to see them. They'll be posted in the Google Classroom. Okay, so now that that has been demonstrated, you guys are ready to do your own Van Gogh recreation, okay? Good luck, and I challenge you to do the best job that you can. So when we did Inktober, my dad actually recreated the Starry Night in his Inktober drawings when we had to draw the night sky. So I'm going to show you his example and then also a family friend's example of their recreation so you guys can have something to go off of. Here is my dad's drawing of the Starry Night, and next you'll see an example of, I think she's in grade 4, family friend's version of the Starry Night as well. If you would like to learn more about Van Gogh, you can watch additional videos that we're going to post in the Google Classroom. There's also going to be some coloring pages that I've included. One of them is of Van Gogh Sunflowers, which is one of my favorite paintings. And the other one is a self-portrait of Van Gogh. However, if you're going to be using these, you can do them however you'd like, but I would really love to see them. And if you create your coloring pages that look like Van Gogh's style, that would be even more exciting to see. So challenge yourselves to go outside your comfort zone and to create these coloring pages and your artwork in the way that Van Gogh would. So these coloring pages I found on Van Gogh's museum in the Netherlands on their website. So if you want more, there's a bunch more on there that you could also do, okay? But definitely try to create your own Starry Night as well. So that's your challenge for this week, and I would love to see what you guys create, okay?
Good luck, everybody. I'm so happy I got to be here and got to teach you through the Google Classroom, and I hope you enjoyed learning about Van Gogh.